Hi, I'm Dave Shapton. I used to be the editor of RedShark, and I just wanted to introduce a conversation I've just had with Vincent Chiou, who's essentially the guy in charge of the ProArt division of ASUS Computers. ProArt equipment, monitors, motherboards, and workstations are focused on artists and professionals, everybody in the creative industries. This is a talk not just about the company, not just about its products. It's a fascinating talk, so stick around. Vincent, fantastic to have you with us. And as we were talking just now offline, it's a very interesting time. First thing I wanted to ask you is, what made you realise, Vincent, that there was a market for monitors that are also accurate and so good that professional artists can use them?
We think not only color only, but also others we have to provide our customer. So this kind of professional monitor, so we have to provide a total solution, not only color, but also some specific features.
It's all about consistency and accuracy, and this is why before now they've had to spend maybe $30,000 or $40,000 on a professional monitor, and because of the changes in the world that we've seen, where people now work remotely, they have to have their own reference grade stuff at home. You know, that's probably an enormously significant trend.
For this kind of monitor, we just call it a professional monitor. So we think it's not just the professional. Another idea is for all artists.
Yes.
For those artists. So we have to give this kind of monitor a new name. So that's why we call it is a ProArt, professional and art.
It's a great brand because wherever you are in the world, whatever language you speak, you'll know pro and you'll know art. So the other thing I just wanted to mention, which is I think very important about ProArt devices, is their connectivity, the ability to easily connect to so many different inputs, and also to switch. You were talking about quick fit. You can quickly fit the settings on the monitor to whatever it is you're doing. You know, everybody can use them. Every artist, every professional, everybody who has to get an accurate result can use them because of the accuracy, the consistency, and the connectivity.
You just highlight some our DNA of ProArt brand.
Yeah. Let's talk about the extreme performance because they're very good with HDR. They're very, very bright. You know, they've got an incredible dynamic range, and that's something which is you can't just talk about color. You have to talk about dynamic range as well, because that enables a wider color gamut.
I think most of the artists or designer they need the HDR the monitor is try to provide the best color and the brightness, and the contrast. So
many professionals use these other products. So if you can sit right in the middle of that ecosystem, they're naturally going to come towards ProArt.
Provide a total solution to our customer, but not just a device only. So the solution including the hardware and the software, and also the whole solution. Sometimes like a cloud or the others. So it should be a solution.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like that's a really close integration, which is only going to grow in the future. Let's talk about the actual design of ProArt products. Do you want to talk a bit about your actual design ethos?
I think from gaming, we, as you know, many products from ASUS, we can just we can know what the gamer want. As a mouse, and you need add some peripheral on your monitor. Okay, but for some creators, for example, for workstation or monitor, it is different. So they want to show the result just in person.
Yes.
and face to face. So at that time, they need as a mobility. Like so we have a portable monitor, it's very good mobility, just a 14-inch. So we can find out not only the picture quality, rich connectivity, but also another thing is mobility.
You're right about mobility, because a director of photography who needs to show the results of his work to the people paying for the production or the client, and so they get a ProArt, they buy a ProArt monitor as well, and then the creator and the client are using the same equipment, and that guarantees they're going to see it properly and see it at its best. That's the fantastic thing about the ProArt range, which is that it's everybody can have it. Everybody can have access to it. You've also now got partnerships with other key industry players like Adobe, Wacom. So many professionals use these other products. So if you can sit right in the middle of that ecosystem, they're naturally going to come towards ProArt.
So the software that we co-work with some partners like Adobe. Okay, and what kind of the features? Okay, for this kind of software, we can cross all devices together. So we launched a new features last year. Okay, it's we call the ASUS style. Dial. It is a physical dial key. To let the user to control key and to adjust, for example, the color or some the parameters that on your software. Next step is not only just the few software, but also we can provide the more function, the more features, more flexibility to end user. Use our product and with some features, and also to have a good some connection link with our third-party ISP software.
Let's just move on to talk about the company itself. And without giving away any commercial secrets, maybe we can talk about how the company is performing, how it's growing, and how it's going to cope with that growth.
So our performance is very good, because the pandemic, everyone they needed this, some devices, in their home. Okay.
Yes.
So laptop and the graphic card, the motherboard, even the monitors is a very good result. For example, currently we still have a very good result on motherboard. We are worldwide number one. Graphic card, we are worldwide number one. Okay, and also our notebook, gaming notebook is number one, and also our creators, not including the ProArt laptop, and also our Vivo ZenBook Pro notebook and the Vivo Book Pro notebook. For creators, also the number one now, worldwide number one. As I mentioned, some users they need the mobility. So for portable monitor, we are also the worldwide number one, and also our ProArt monitor display for creators now also is top 3.
Everybody is using content as a medium for communication now, and I think people's expectations are growing, so everybody wants higher production values. So almost everywhere you look, even companies that have nothing to do with, let's say, the media and entertainment industry, are starting to become content creators.
That is the fusion of the pro and art. Okay.
Yes.
The slogan is just power up your imagination. Let the user help the creators to capture the sparks of their inspiration and let them create the uncreated. So this is our mission.
So Vincent, finally, let's talk about the channel, particularly in the EMEA region. How are you approaching sales and support and marketing in the EMEA region?
For EMEA regions, that we see very good growth in our ProArt monitor sales. Last year, 2021 is 170%. Compared with year 2020, and also now there is a very strong B2C, the e-tailer and the retail channel, and we also co-work with many professional resellers. Not only product itself, but also we need a strong partner. We have been speaking and working with some creative professionals and film schools, and use their knowledge and direction in our new products, because we can exchange the information together, and they can share their experience with us.
Yeah, well, it's always good to hear of a company that listens to its customers, and that two-way communication just results in better products. Okay, well, thanks very much, Vincent. Really interesting. Thanks again.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dave.